Continuing on with our final project, we have importing our graphics and getting them to display on the screen. So let's get started with that. From last time, we have this program set up to create a window. Now, in a couple places, including the Google Classroom, which I won't be able to bring up here too quickly, and also in a document I shared with you, I put graphics, links to graphics on the web. You can get your own graphics if you want. You are looking for a graphic that usually ends in PNG as the file extension. So I have here the bad guy graphic. It's a spaceship. At the top of my page, well, I'm going to make another section, so I'm going to make a comment. I'm going to say we're going to load the graphics. We are going to give the graphic a name. I'm calling mine bad guy. And then we are going to use the function that Simple GUI GUI built for us to load an image. All you want to do is that. So this is the beginning of the function. We need a string. We need to end the string, and we need to end the function parentheses. In between, I am going to put a paste, the image that I just copied from the other document. Let's do that again. Good guy equals simple GUI dot load image. What we need at the beginning, what we need at the end. I'm going to go to the wrong classroom, so you have to bear with me a minute. Computer coding classroom. My internet's a little bit slow. Here's my space shuttle comment. I can copy and paste this image, or maybe I'll just click on it, copy it there, go back to Code Sculptor, paste it right in there between the things. That loads the images. Now I want to actually draw the image. I'm taking a timeout for 1 second. Alright, so to draw the image, it's down here in the draw handler, because that makes sense, right? So on the canvas, we're going to draw an image. Now again, what comes next is going to be a little bit long. There's a lot of things that we have to do to draw an image, but if you follow along, it starts to make sense. Let's draw our good guy first. What's the name of the thing we're going to draw? Good guy, because that's what we called it right there. The next part is the center point of the good guy. Now, if you do your work, here's my good guy, and I hit inspect, I can see that it's 270 by 598. That's how big this image is. So what's the center of that? Well, it's 270 divided by 2, 598 divided by 2. You could figure that out, but the nice thing about computers is they can figure it out too. 270 divided by 2, 598 divided by 2. That's the middle of that image. The next thing is how big the original image is. Well, the original image is 270 by 598. Now, you'll notice one thing, which is we're using these numbers many, many times, which means we could have made them variables. Perhaps I could have said good guy height. Now that's a lot to type out, good guy height, and so that doesn't help a lot. Maybe you could say good H, and the height is 598. Good width is 270. Your variables, you need to make something that makes sense to you, but if you make them too long, they start to get annoying. You have to decide what's best for yourself. Maybe an underscore, because we use underscores in other places, might make it more readable. So I'm going to stick with this, good underscore H, good underscore W. somewhere I should have a variable list where I keep track of those things in case I want to remember what I did. So here's my graphics, and I'm going to have good underscore W is the width of the good guy image. Good underscore H is the height of the good guy image. And bad guy gets the same treatment. Oh, bad W, bad height. I'll fill those out later. Well, the bell just rung and I may get interrupted. We'll see. But back here, I'm going to now replace this. Because now I can say good underscore H divided by 2 and good underscore W divided by 2. Wait. Width first. That's the X value. Then the height. Then here, good underscore W, good underscore height. Show you what I'm doing. Next, where do we want this to show up on the screen? Well, that's another variable because you can imagine this is going to show up in different places. We did this in class. When we did it in class, we called it player position. No, player location. I'll go over that in just a second. And then finally, how big we want it to show up on the screen. This is the original size. We don't want it to show up in the original size. So we're going to do good height divided by 5. Well, good width, then good height divided by 5. All right, the only thing that's not going to work right now is the player location because we never defined that. So up here, guess what? It's time for another section. This section is going to be called global variables. Other global variables, the lives that we need our player to have, the score that we need our player to have, and finally, the player's location. The player's location is a list. It's officially called a tuple, but you don't have to worry about that. You can Google tuple if you want to. Tuple. Then you can read about what that is. But what we need to know is it's an XY coordinate of where we want it to show up on the screen. For instance, 0, 0. But that's no good. What if we make it so it starts right in the middle of the screen? The width divided by 2, the height divided by 2. See how when you define these things, you can then reuse them, and it makes things a lot easier. So now when I play this, if I did it right, I get an image right in the middle of the screen. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and add the bad guy. Maybe you can figure it out on your own. It'll be here in the next video if you need it.